back in Salt Lake City, Utah for Chris Watkins and Andy Schad. Bonus coverage.
Bonus.
My name is Dave Vincent alongside Kevin Price. We're working on a nickname for you, Kevin.
It's KP. I told you that.
Yeah,
you need something
it
else?
needs to be a little bit flashier.
Well, what are you thinking?
Well, something to do with the word price. I call you Cash or something. But we have.
I think I'd have to be better for that to happen.
Well, no, you're good enough. Trust me. Chris Watkins just won, I believe, last week in the 40 national championships in San Diego. And Andy Schad is the current 40 doubles national champion, twice removed. So these guys are going to clash. He also is wearing a qualifier shirt. Andy Schad's, I'm not sure if you're very familiar with Andy Schad, Kevin, but this guy's been on the pro tour for years, and he kind of left handball a little bit. Lived in Tucson, Arizona. He plays handball. He's a nice guy, but he plays it the way the game's supposed to be played. Very similar to Tommy Little. You remember Tommy?
I do know
you
Tommy.
Saw him in Denver as well. But they play a very similar game.
Well, the talk in the crowd is how good this is going to be. Got a little...
I say this is a marquee match of the day. John Bike believes it's going to go an hour, at least an hour long. What I find interesting about these older guys is they start talking about things that are unrelated to handball. And you see Matt McLaughlin shake the hand of Andy Schad. They used to, battle it out in the qualifiers and on the pro tour and in the collegiates. And he said, "How you doing? How do you like Salt Lake?" Like he's on a tour and he's the tour guide.
That's just being hospitable.
It is, but it's just, I noticed that the younger guys don't necessarily, that ball sounded like it broke, but the younger guys don't necessarily get into those fine details. They just get in there and say, "Are you ready?" These older guys say, "Oh, how's Melanie doing?" The kids. They want to catch up there, and they do it right here on the court.
It's a trick. Some of those, I like to do that now and again just to get someone that's not thinking about their game. Maybe it takes a little bit of the focus away. Certainly these older guys in the 40s got lots of tricks.
Can you guys hear me?
You didn't do service for us.
I can hear.
Affirmative.
Can you guys hear me?
Affirmative.
Can you hear me?
We can hear the referee. I don't know if the referee is being able to be heard by the players, and that's what we're working on here. Referee is going to be Matt McLaughlin.
You repped yet?
Now, Kevin, I don't think you were invited, but maybe you were to the VIP party tonight.
I was.
You were invited?
I was.
Can you guys
Are
hear
you
me?
taking that invite?
Absolutely. Any chance I can get to hang out with my friend Dom and you guys, I would.
Because I don't remember seeing you on the list. So
Got that now?
I was
Can you
afraid
hear
to
me
even
now?
bring it up to you because I felt it was sort of a
Can you hear me now?
secret society type handshake thing.
Louder?
I knew the handshake is how
Okay,
I got
you knew
in.
it.
Yeah,
You
there's
got
no
it.
other reason.
Okay. That'll be across the street at the Italian restaurant in 1 hour
Can you
and
hear me?
6 minutes.
Louder?
So
Okay.
this match better not go long.
All right, Andy.
The handshake
pick
is
a number
quite
1 or 2.
It was
It
one
is.
I had known from college, so it worked.
Well, I just got a little ticket.
The number is 2. Do you want to serve first?
I didn't have to do the handshake. I just saw it.
I did get a ticket, believe it or not, and that's partly because of my friendship with Dominic Sinone,
Okay.
one of my best friends. So I sneaked in, so to speak.
Okay, 0 serving 0.
We're all together at 0. Starting this one off. It's supposed to start at 8. We're 5 minutes early. And that's what you're going to get
correct
from.
serve to start.
And let's run down some of the things that Chris Watkins can do. His serve down the right is as good as any player on the qualifier. And I'm not just embellishing because
1
he's in
serving
here.
0.
His serve down the right is unbelievable. And he's going to win matches off the serve and first strike. See, he's already got 2 quick points. Andy Schad is more of a methodical fist poacher that has a very
2
cool game
serving 0.
and a great back wall kill shot. Chris Watkins will give 100%.
Screen serve. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Hold it.
The mic is a
called
little
the
tough
screen
to hear
serve.
from time to time in there.
I think the problem
Wrong
with these
microphone. Play it over.
the referees is that
serving
they don't
0.
hold the microphone. They have to hold it further away from their mouth. They want to get it too close. That distorts. They need to
serve.
hold it further away so that everybody can hear it.
Second serve.
It's opposite of what you'd think. Chris Watkins already jumped out to a 3-point lead here.
And really the first rally of the game here. The others were a couple ace serves and a very quick rally. We're getting to see the feel of each other here. Jockeying for a shot.
Why don't Chris saw that ball all the way, calling for a screen. He's not going to get it from the referee. I don't know why Chris thought that was a screen ball. Andy was clearly to the right. Andy's in the box. Serving at 0 to 3.
Serving 2.
0 to 2, excuse me. Andy Schad wearing the red. Chris Watkins with the WPH shirt with his name on the back.
Oh,
Side out.
great
Watkins,
left hand.
Watkins' nickname is Waddy Dog.
Two, serving 0. Side out.
What a shot off the back wall. I just noticed that Watkins is wearing the old 21s, which is the kind of gloves I like. Nice and thin. You can't get those
0,
anymore.
serving 2.
That's too bad. I wouldn't know because I'm on the shelf. The only gloves I'm wearing right now is
Screen.
the
Played
mittens that I wear when it gets cold at night while I'm laying on the recliner. Because me and Handball won't be playing around together much.
0, serving 2.
You'll heal up fine.
Side out.
Powerful shot there into the corner. Caught Andy off guard a little bit.
2, serving 0. Screen serve.
Good call on the screen there.
One screen. Side out.
Right at his feet. Get Andy a chance to come in here and get some points on the board.
0, serving 2. Short ball.
That looked good. They might have
Short serve. Second serve.
Not gonna though.
Nice shot right there from Andy Schad, who goes corner kill from about armpit level.
Sneaky
1,
master's
serving
tricks.
2.
Tricks are for kids.
Drives the fist down the left wall. Really pounding the ball with that fist.
Both of these guys are just cranking the ball in here. I believe both of these guys could qualify at this tournament here in Salt Lake. They both elected to go into the seniors. Looks like Andy had a little injury there.
2, serving 2. Short ball.
Oof, and he had
Short serve.
Chris leaning to the left too. Just gets that another inch over and it's a free point.
Was on the line per my view here on the camera. We'll see.
I saw a line inside. We could take an instant replay of that.
There are no linesmen.
It's so frustrating when a
Second
referee
serve.
doesn't have it all set up in a pro match. I saw it short nonetheless.
As did I, so we overruled or confirmed.
Oh, look at that ball just slide and fade away. nothing that Chris can do. Here is that serve of question.
Score is 3, serving 2.
That Watkins was appealing to no avail. Yeah, 4
Front of
inches.
the line, yeah.
4 inches short. Both of these guys are just pounding the ball.
Definitely taking a full hack at it every time.
Point. I'm reffing.
Some good juice on that shot.
4, serving 2.
First lob serve of the game. Maybe slowing it down a little bit and see what happens.
That's such
Side
a
out.
smart shot right there. He knows he has Schad pinned off to the right.
2, serving
Perfect
4.
sidewall, front wall.
Point.
Caught him leaning
that
as
was
well.
a loud point. Chris doesn't serve to the left too
3,
often, so
serving
you might
4.
want to center yourself a little bit to the right and just deal with that right there, that ball that comes out the revolving door.
Side out.
You can hear Andy
4, serving
Schad say,
3.
you almost had that, Chris. You've been watching me play too much. Nice.
Point.
Double bounce back wall with a little fadeaway reverse.
Pretty nice serve, keeping it low, hard.
5,
left.
serving 3. Short. Second serve.
Here we are at that second serve. That's a good second serve right there. Chris can just flip the ball up. Good return from Chris, though. Boy, that ball
Side out.
just really hopped back into Andy Schad. I believe there's going to be a timeout call here. Nope.
3, serving 5.
So we've got the final race for 8 wrapping up before Seattle.
This is
Are
the
the
final
matches
race.
pretty much set for the draws pretty much set for that?
I believe we have the full 8 actually announced, with no particular order but somewhat close. Charlie Shanks, because we don't really know what's going to happen from this point on in this tournament,
4,
but
serving
Shanks,
5.
Moreno, Lenning, Fink, Emmett Peixote, Andy Nett, Paul Brady, Nadi Alvarado Jr.
Point.
What a lineup. All-stars,
It's unbelievable,
Hall
to be
of
honest.
Famers.
Yep. Future Hall of Famers. National champions. Now, in the seniors, it kind of comes down to this match right
5,
here, I believe,
serving 5.
because Nadi Alvarado is not going to be in the seniors. That means Dan Armijo, John Bike, Matt McLaughlin are in. And I think the winner of this one's going to be announced. I'm actually technically in Seattle based on points that I earned in Houston for making it to the semifinals there. There's only 4 stops, so these points really do matter.
6,
But I pulled my
serving
groin,
5.
so it's going to be kind of a game time decision. I believe I'm just going to scratch it right now and say I'm not playing, because you have to train at some point, and I'm not going to be able to do that. So I'm going to back out.
How many will you take for that? Is it 8 as well?
8 Vicodin, or
No. 8 Masters?
it'll
Or
be 4, just
4
4.
Masters.
And it'll just be a quick, easy first, second,
7,
third.
serving 5.
But they're going to come along to referee and help out with the seniors. That's the model that we've built.
Played over.
Might not have liked that call. Or maybe he's mad at himself.
I think he's
He had
mad at
fat
himself a
set
little
up
bit.
and didn't quite do what he was thinking with that.
Well, I think he's a little
7,
frustrated.
serving 5.
7-5 here. Remember, Watkins jumped out to the 2-0 lead. Look how good of control that Andy
Side out.
Schad has there.
You know, he's
Great
really
camera
settled
angle,
in.
too. But Watkins went out 2-0. Schad went up 4-2. Watkins comes back 7-5, and this is
serving
exactly what
7.
John Bike said would happen. I find it hard to lob serve here with that side glass. It seems to play little tricks on you.
Yeah, it never quite stays tight to the wall. There's a rollout.
That ball skipped.
Wow.
Floor for the front wall.
I don't know how anybody can see that. I couldn't see it.
I don't know either. It looked like a flat rollout to me.
Score is 6.
I don't know how
7.
anybody could even make that judgment. Score is 6-7. Andy Schad, one of the nicest guys in handball. He's one of those guys that you want to go in there and really mess with his head because he's so nice. Now, we all get our kicks in certain ways, Kevin. I know a guy like John Robles would love to play Andy Schad just because Andy's nice and John's not. Not nice.
Point.
But a good not nice.
Well, he's really moving well now.
I think that John Robles only
Score is
needed
7,
to
serving
show up
7.
here at this event today and just play, and he would have been invited to Seattle. But John doesn't think he would have gotten enough points,
Short
but
ball.
he would have. Just showed up.
Second serve.
Well, this is a great tournament again, over 100 players.
But John didn't enter. So
Maybe that's where they got the saying, showing up's half the battle.
Point. Score is 8, serving 7.
now Schad's taking the lead. This is what we're going to see here. Going to be back and forth, lead changes, back and forth, lead changes. Oh, that ball
Another
just over the
great
line,
serve.
too. Referee called that short?
I think he's appealing that it was short. I don't believe the referee
Okay,
called it
all
short.
right. I saw it good.
Someone's saying short. I'm not. Maybe
9,
it's part of the gallery.
serving 7.
9-7. It was not short, as I saw it also over the line by about an inch. This is a great camera angle for those short calls.
Point.
Really working the side to side on those serves.
Well, Andy's starting to settle down just a little bit here.
10, serving 7.
That looks like one of my shots.
Play it again. Play it again.
Contact, tripping, hinders, screens. This is the senior tour where old guys rule.
Score is 10, serving 7. Short ball. Second serve.
Scored 10-7. Should have saw the beating that Dan Armijo just put on Matt McLaughlin.
What hustle here.
Schad digs that ball out. I still believe Schad has the tools
Wow.
to be a qualifier. In fact,
Point.
I think both of these guys do, but I think Shad's got the tools to be a
Good timeout
qualifier.
there.
He's in great shape. You're watching a one-game match
First
to
timeout.
25, win by 2.
Score is
This is the
11-7.
quarterfinals of the seniors. Can you believe this? And it almost seems not fair. You're in the quarterfinals, okay? We're talking about practice. I'm talking about practice, okay? Practice here. We're talking about practice?
Practice.
Okay. It's the quarterfinals of the seniors, and you got 2 national champions going up against each other. And previously in the other quarterfinal match, we also had national champions up against world champions. Dan Armijo clashing with Matt McLaughlin. I mean, it's a tough crowd, Kevin. This is a tough
That's
tourney.
just the quality handball that you at the WPH put together.
Well, I'd like to say it wasn't me who did it, but it really was me. So I'm going to take the credit for it.
And I was trying to give you some, so way to go.
Thank you. See Chris Watkins there just taking a sip. We're going to call a commercial timeout here. No, we're not.
Got to pay the bills.
I was thinking about doing it, but then dawned on me.
We'll have one here.
One of the
about
things,
4
one of the funny things about this senior tour is the referees are also seniors, and they know themselves what it's like to be in these situations. So they'll give the players 2-minute breaks because they're living vicariously through the other two. So
Short. Second serve.
this is the second serve. Andy Schad just playing inspired handball, but that's probably going to all erase here in a minute when Chris Watkins goes on his own little run.
Oh, skips one in.
Side out.
Set up and.
Seven serving 11.
Tough serve down the right. That's how he scored most of his points. Those really hard serves, either no return or weak return for a setup.
8 serving 11. Point.
Another nice controlling the court, putting it down when you had the opportunity there for Chris.
9 serving 11.
There's a setup and see what he does with it. Passes it around. Tough back wall
Side
shot
out.
there. That glass is dark and the corner just grabs that ball.
11 is serving 9.
Andy back in after fighting off a couple points, 11 and 9.
Point.
Now at 12-9.
12 serving 9.
Another great serve that just stays on the back wall, stays low.
Serving 9.
Strange bounce right there.
Can't quite see it on this camera angle, but the right side of that court has lots of bad bounces. I'm not sure
9
if that's what that
serving
did, but,
13.
obviously playing through those.
Short. Second serve.
Good driving pass.
Ready
Excellent
at
get by Andy.
we're at 20-minute mark here.
Ooh, just short.
Andy tried to guide that one in with a little bit of swag, but it didn't make it.
You know, I think leaning into it helps sometimes.
10 serving 13.
Oh, that ball just over the line and almost a screen. Chris is just nailing this ball.
He is really turning that up a notch.
Chris going to play hard right into this 15th point. And he wants to lead at half, and that's going to be
Get.
back to the front wall again.
Amazing flick of the wrist with the left hand. And then
Point.
rolls it out.
Wow, someone's going to have to call a timeout here, right? Chris is going to ask for a towel. Someone's knocking on the door there.
The Salt Lake sign of approval.
Go for it.
Okay, Chris is serving. Score is 11, serving 13.
Appeared to be an ace.
And it was
Another
now 12 to 13, and you can see Chris is putting a lot of effort forward here.
12, serving 13. Short.
Caught him leaning the wrong way, another foot or so, and that's another ace.
Second serve.
Excellent front wall.
And a side out. We are 22 minutes into it. We haven't even hit halftime yet. Record's 30 minutes at half.
Score is 13, serving 12.
And what's the longest match?
Now we're in 6 minutes. Not that big of a deal. Shortest, Luis Moreno versus Charlie Shanks, Anchorage. 14 and a half minutes, final. That was the final. Charlie called all of his timeouts.
12, serving 13.
Charlie asked for a glove change. 3-minute break between. It came to 14 and a half.
Luis was having a good day, I take it.
Luis, every shot was for a purpose.
Side out. Check the ball, please.
It's nice to see those guys get in the groove like that. Sean Lenning, he had a purpose this afternoon.
13,
Unbelievable.
Played
serving
amazing.
12.
Charlie and Andy Nets match was amazing. Setting up a nice semi tomorrow. You have those
Short ball.
draws. Who's playing tomorrow?
Yeah, it's going to be Charlie Shanks versus Sean Lenning and Luis Moreno versus Dave Fink. In the seniors, it's
Second
Nadi
serve.
Alvarado Jr. versus this one. John Bike versus Dan Armijo.
More good handball tomorrow. Not to mention the rest of the tournament with the normal Aces crew of amateurs.
Plus the Pro-Am they have.
Correct.
Side out.
Those are coming down to some pretty high-quality
Score
players
is 12,
left in that as well.
serving 13.
Nice little comeback here from Watkins, and you can see he's actually picked it up.
Nice misdirection serve. Caught him leaning a little bit, but still got it, Andy. Right down the line.
Perfect shot, too. The funny thing is, Andy knew what he was going to do. Chris knew before Andy knew it, but
13,
also
serving
knew.
12.
Here in the booth we knew, and every one of the fans knew, but it takes a perfect shot to get it. And that's exactly what Andy was able to do.
Ooh, almost
Point.
gets it. Nice use of the sidewall front wall again. I think that's 14-12, isn't it?
It is.
14,
Heading into
serving
a possible
12.
break here if we get another point.
No, Watkins just got done winning a national championship in San Diego, and what would it be like to
Play
lose?
it again.
That's an avoidable.
That's an avoidable hinder, sorry.
Chris knows it.
Halftime, 15-12.
That's a good call
Good
from
call.
the referee, and we are going to take a 3-minute break. We'll be back in just a bit. Stick with us here at RaceFreight.com.
Rethink what you know about this Vegas icon. Elevate your expectations at the Stratosphere Hotel, Casino, and Tower. See what's new, up, down, and all around.
Here we go. We're gonna make some juice.
It's gonna be good.
She's excited. A little bit of kale.
Please don't put this on
I'm putting it all over the line.
It's wet. It needs something. No, it'll go.
Don't break my juicer. Looks good.
You ready to try it?
Come on, baby.
Challenge your kids to be active and eat healthy.
It's okay.
Okay, all right.
They might surprise you.
She took another sip. You saw it?
Search We Can for more ideas on how you and your kids can get healthy together.
My life is full of statistics. Thing is, I could have dropped out of school and become one myself, but I didn't because I had people that believed in me. Here's another statistic. 7,000 students drop out every school day. That's one every 26 seconds. It's time that students know that we believe in them.
Inspire a student and share your message of support at boostup.org.
So, what's it gonna be? We could ride bikes, skating, movies, zoo, whatever you guys want to do.
Can we just do this?
Yeah. We could just do this.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
My name is Bruce Fabrizio. In 1975, I invented Simple Green based on 3 principles. It had to be safer to use, it had to work, and it had to be completely made in America. From generation to generation, Simple Green has been cleaning everything from car engines and tools to kitchen counters and floors. No matter what you clean, indoors or outdoors, clean it with non-toxic, biodegradable Simple Green.
Okay, we're ready to start the second half. Andy Schad is serving. The score is 15, serving 12.
You heard the call there from referee Matt McLaughlin, 16 to 12. Excuse me, 15 to 12.
Nice drive
Side
down
out.
the left wall. Really tracked that one down and just put it right where it needed to be.
12, serving 15.
See if Chris can get some of those tough right side serves going and get a few points here. Tie things back up.
Side out. 15, serving 12. Short ball.
Call on that short.
Second serve.
Been quite the battle so far. I think
Yeah,
we're in
really.
35 minutes here.
This is exactly what we thought would happen here. John Pike came over and said, expect 1 hour. I think everybody knows this is a match.
Side out.
Seen a lot of side outs, very little movement on the scoreboard.
Checking for
Score
spots
okay?
on that flop dive there.
Okay, the score is 12, serving 15.
Tough serve, great get by
Side out.
Andy, and earns himself a side out. See if he can pull away here or do something to get a few points on the board.
15, serving 12.
See, Andy plays a little bit more high percentage. Chris is more brute. Nice shot right there from Chris Watkins.
Great use
Side
of the
out.
front wall, sidewall, front wall. They both done that really nice.
Serving 15. 12, serving 15. Short. Second serve.
That would have been good.
Nice Z serve.
Point. Serving 15.
Finally got a point. First point of the second half. Second set. There's another. A tough serve to the right.
That was the 2 quickest points we've seen this whole match.
Other than the first 2, you're right.
Serving 15. Point.
What a serve over to the left. Really hopped that too. 3 quick serves, 3 quick
serving
points.
15.
Seems to be a good way to get numbers on the board for Chris here.
Play it again. Ball was
call
up.
there. I thought he
Ball
was
was
there.
up.
What a gentleman.
Wow.
Well done by
Andy, good call.
Andy. Although I
That's
did
a
think he
point.
could have gotten that.
I thought he couldn't see it.
Probably could have gone either way, but very gentlemanly there of Andy to
Well, Andy
give that
knew.
point up.
If you know that you can't get it,
Absolutely.
you just say it. No, I know you, Kevin Price. That's a different story, but
Okay. The score is 16, serving 15.
Contraire, mon frere. One of the things I love about handball is it's quite the gentleman's game. 4th out of 5th ace in a row for
well,
Chris.
he's hitting it now, and I'm surprised
17, serving 15.
that Andy Schad hasn't called a timeout yet. Both of these guys invited to the VIP party tonight. Nice dig right there from Andy Schad, but then put down by Chris Watkins. Chris has actually
He's
got
really making a run here.
he's got a neuritis, the lower lumbar of his back, kind of in his hip actually. It's kind of a numbness that happens in his buttock area. I've read the injury reports, and I know that he's suffering this lower back pain, and I'm telling you, it's the spinal nerve roots that rise through that area, giving him incredible fits.
Chris
Symptoms
is serving.
that he said he had are
18,
numbness
serving
and back
15.
pain, and it's been really difficult for him. Now he's not making complaints in advance. I just know from the injury report, but then
Point.
Another ace.
Schad has got his own little issues too. We all do, I know.
Probably wise to call a timeout when a guy's
19,
got
serving 15.
5 out of 6 aces, just to cool him off a bit.
Well, 6 straight points here. 7, 8 straight
Short.
points, technically. 8 unanswered.
Second serve.
It's going to be hard for Andy Schad to make this up because he's not winning on a big serve.
Nice
like
pass.
that.
Great get.
Strange back. Now you see how Chris's back tightened up right there.
Point.
Now, Chris Watkins at the 20th. These guys all slow getting up here. Chris is really in pain right now. Just look at him. Chris is walking it off here, as they say in the business. You see that little area that there's no sweat on the front of his shirt there? That's his heart does not sweat.
Score is 20, serving 15.
Come on, Waddy Dog. That's what they're saying back at home in Spring Valley Lake Athletic Club. And look at his serves right here. Kevin, Waddy's a few years older than you, but I don't think the way he's serving right here, you'd ever want to face this guy.
No, he is pinpoint accuracy
21,
down the right.
serving 15.
And I'm not sure if I've kept very good track of that, but that may be 7 aces out of the last 8 points. That is just a tough thing to deal with.
Side out.
Nice use of the right side after Chris chose left there. Let's see if we can get a few points for Andy to tighten this thing back up again. I know you're wanting to stick around for another hour or two watching handball.
No,
I think
he
we're
has
at
21.
37.
15, 21.
I think we're at 38 minutes, excuse me, into this.
Short.
You got Buddy, I believe so. That's a yes.
Second serve.
Second serve, Andy Schad trying to find ways to get some points. He doesn't have a huge serve, but he's got stuff like that. Now you see Chris tightening up. You see he's reaching back to his right buttocks area. I know John Robles back home just giggles every time I say the word buttocks, but it is part of the body, 21. And that is the scientific way of saying it. I mean, I don't want to make an ass out of myself here on this broadcast and use the wrong word.
I agree.
If you know what I mean, Kevin.
I do. You know, I think it's appropriate. And that's funny no matter who you are.
Point.
Now you're
pretty tight in there, but definitely something that Chris maybe normally would have had. More towel time, as these guys are both sweating.
Great camera work of that toweling off from Chris Watkins. I mean, but what else are you going to film when you're here? I mean, that's what's going on in the court right now. I mean, it's not our fault that handball happens to be played inside of a cube. An 800 square foot cube. Chris Watkins, they call him Waddy Dog because he...
Okay, Andy serving.
Well, I don't really know the story, but right now he's waddling in the court because of that hip, lower back, buttocks area. The troubles that he has with
I believe that's the sciatica that can get you there, that nerve.
Oh, it's getting him.
Great dig.
Wow, I like that little tomahawk sidearm Waddy fist. He's overhitting these shots, but it's putting the pressure on Schad, who's going to get an open court there, goes down to one knee, pushes it back, little screen, no call.
Great again.
That one was a screen.
Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it.
Probably should check the floor in several areas there. I think there's some mopping up that needs to be on the front right, the front left, the back left, and the middle.
Chris Watkins is letting out a big sigh of relief, probably because he's not the one cleaning up the floor here.
It's always a nice break. Back to the action.
Well,
hopefully they've got a clean court. Nothing worse than slipping on some juice if it's still on the court.
By action, you mean walking up to the front wall to pick up the handball.
Right, because they're going to get going.
Yeah, these guys are getting old.
Okay.
They mean business.
Andy serving
41 minutes into it here.
Serving 21.
Schad's not going away. Just like John Bike said, this is going to go 1 hour. I don't know if it'll make it there, but these guys are certainly going to put up a fight. John Bike was just really just trying to say this is going to be a battle.
Second serve.
This, in a lot of ways, is like a final, even though it's
quarterfinals. A lot of the guys in the crowd were pretty sure it was going to be a 23-22 game, somewhere in there.
Well, yeah. It's a one-game match at 25. You have to win by 2, so it would be something like 23, and I think you're going to see that.
What's 21. The longest match you've had?
I think we had a 31.
A 31.
Yep.
Short.
I noticed the scorecards go to 31. I wondered if you had one beyond that.
That's okay. Second serve coming in, 18-21.
More moisture on the court.
There's Chris really trying to warm up that sciatica, lower lumbar issue.
Okay, this is the second serve, 18, serves 21.
Oh, it was a good second serve.
That was a really good serve.
The Z.
It's better than my first serve. 19-21. Not trying to make it about me, but
unless you got the hop working. When the hop's working, that's pretty effective.
I still wish I had that serve. Every time I try to do it, I end up either pulling a muscle in my back or
second serve
hitting the ball directly into a sidewall. I'm not very good, Kevin. It's just the way it is. Here's a nice setup right here for Andy, and by setup I mean his objective is to push Waddy back and forth.
Andy will be serving at 20, serving 21.
Oof.
So I'm going to look at my clock here, and we'll see how long they go.
Well, let me look at it too, because I hate to micromanage you.
That's all right. They came in at 7 seconds, or timeout at 7 seconds.
Okay, well, we're already 9 seconds into it. You're watching the WPH Race for 8. This is the S Race for 8, the Senior Race for 8 Tour. 4 cities to include Seattle, Washington, Houston, Denver, Salt Lake City. For the 2012-13 season. Next year, it'll be even better. But, you know, we're looking at that race for 8. Paul Brady will be in Seattle this year for the Players' Championship.
It's exciting to have a guy like him show up for that.
And a lot of players don't even realize that he's going to be there yet. We've just kind of mildly made the announcement. You can buy tickets and get more information at Seattle Tickets at racefor8.com. And now they're going to give a 2-minute glove change here, so you might want to look at your clock again.
Now, does that start a brand new 2-minute glove change, or is it 2 minutes from the original start time?
2 minutes from the end of the 1-minute timeout. As we so the referee combined them into one. But needless to say, Seattle Tickets at racefor8.com. That's an email address if you want more information about how you can go courtside and watch Paul Brady, Luis Moreno, Charlie Shanks, Nadi Alvarado Jr., David Fink, Emmett Peixote, and Andy Nett.
That's a blockbuster lineup.
That really is good. Now, we've got most of those players here, minus Paul Brady and Nadi Alvarado and the seniors. But those two add a certain flavor. Now, Nadi hasn't done worse than semifinals or finals this year when he played in the pros. So we expect Nadi to be right back there again because that's what he does. And then Paul Brady, of course, we know the history of Paul Brady. This is where he is now returning back to the place that he got $50,000 in cash.
And what's the prize money on the...
It's not about money. They play for pride, Kevin.
As we all do.
Yeah, that really hasn't been announced yet, but having Paul Brady come to the event might help things out a little bit. I know that you said you were going to donate $5,000 to the prize money, which
I thought it was 50.
Oh, maybe I put too many zeros on that.
Yeah,
perhaps.
I thought 50,000.
Perhaps I might have put too many zeros on there.
I'll see what the checkbook has in it.
But this will be well over $20,000 for those 8 players, and I think that's respectable. And then the seniors will be there as well. But that's going to be in Seattle, Washington, May 3rd and 4th. And that's just right around the corner. I don't know if you've checked the calendar, but I believe that's like 3 weeks, 3 weeks away from now.
And hopefully you'll be healed up to maybe take your position that you earned.
I'm not going to do it, but the senior tour looks like it's going to be John Bike Matt McLaughlin, Dan Armijo, and the winner of this match will be invited to Seattle,
18
Washington.
minutes.
Awesome.
Looks like
Again,
it'll be fun.
great group of handball players. So if you're looking to get some quality viewing in, check it out on the web or go to Seattle.
Yep, one of the two. I'd rather see him come courtside because we have a Saturday morning tip it around with the pros. The players get to sit with the fans get to sit with the players at dinner because it's all kind of inclusive. A lot of amenities, fun drinks. Seattle tickets at racefor8.com. That'll get you the info. There's some players already that booked their tickets from Anchorage, Alaska, coming down. Now, you might think, well, that's Seattle, Anchorage. It must be just like neighbors. Nah, it's still 4 hours, 5-hour type flight.
There's probably not a lot to
Andy
do
serving.
in Anchorage.
Score is
So I bet it's a
20,
nice
serves
treat for 'em.
21.
Not that I've been there.
I have, and you're right. 2021. Let's see if that long extended. I don't know what your time says here.
Oh, it was 4 or 5 minutes.
Okay.
For sure. What a nice break.
Gave us time to talk about Seattle. I mean, can't go wrong there.
You can't. That's a winner. Seattle, I mean. Great
Oh, wow. How did... Oh, and Chris is down. This is it for Chris. He will probably have to forfeit this match.
Out. You okay, Chris?
I don't know if that was an ankle or the back there. It kind of looked like he stumbled over something. There is a lot of wetness on the floor.
I think Chris might be done. I know Naughty Alvarado's running to the court here to help out his buddy Chris Watkins, who I believe just his back just gave out. Now, I don't know what the call is going to be.
Grimacing in pain, however.
Because that was a successful pass, wasn't it?
You know, I took my eye off it when I saw him fell, so I'm not sure how the point turned out.
Let's take a look at the instant replay. Chris, I believe, just had a sciatica nerve inflammation
pinch on him.
Strike is what they call it, when it strikes your back.
Great get here.
Right there.
Ooh.
And that ball was ungettable. But when you yell, ah, after you hit it, and your player doesn't continue the play through.
Okay, Chris is serving.
Nonetheless, they're going to give the
score is
side out.
21, serving 20.
And this is as tight a match as everyone predicted.
21-20. Let's see what Chris does here.
Short.
Boy, he can still get some juice on the serve even with the hurt back.
Well, I think it's just one of those things. You know how a nerve is. Sometimes it's nerving, and other times it's just sort of there, and you can feel it in the background. I mean, we saw the severe case of what his sciatica lower back lumbar issue is when he hit the ball and just collapsed because it felt like a guitar string went off.
Yeah, that looked violent. I'm glad he's back up. And
well, then he serves the next ball 83 miles an hour.
Short ball.
The radar gun, courtesy of Jugs, the baseball.
Second serve.
I want to thank Jugs for sponsoring this live broadcast. And there's a point for Andy Schad, now all together at 21. Officially 49 minutes into the match.
21, serving 21.
Saw Charlie Shanks get up to 92 miles an hour.
Oof.
Wow, what a get.
How did Andy Schad get his hand on that?
I'm not sure. It looked down, but...
Was that 3 bounces, or... Andy's the nicest guy in handball, so if he said he got it, he got it.
Did,
or at least he thought he got it.
And more wetness on the court, so we'll take another little break. I think if you took out the towel breaks...
It might only be a 26-minute match. It's a lot like the NFL where there's only 11 minutes of actual action. So...
I know when I watch on Sundays and my kids always say, Daddy, how much longer? And it's 2 minutes. They actually know now. Oh, you mean 20?
Yeah. 2 equals 20.
I have to tell them it's 2 minutes.
It's 2 minutes of actual action. I tell my wife that. It's only 11 minutes of actual play. Everything else is replays and commercials.
22, serving 21.
We're talking about football, by the way.
Correct.
22-21.
Short.
Because that'd be way too many minutes for actual action.
Right. I just want to clarify that. Wow, this is going to be a tough shot. Not necessarily.
Back wall set up. You can just tell The back is really tightening up on him there. He couldn't quite get all the way bent over and just dropped a little fast on him there.
Well,
23, serving 21.
Chris is really comfortable in the server's box, and he's not in the server's box right now, even with the bad back. Nice return right there from Watkins.
Great put down.
Schad stays down. Watkins comes in and gets the serve back.
Probably ought to get the towel again. I'm sure there's some wetness somewhere that needs cleaned up. You don't want the wetness to get involved with handball.
21, serving 23.
So we're going to talk about handball then?
Yeah.
Okay, so. Oh, Chris
nice shot.
does it again, 22 to 23.
Just a battle here between these guys. We've got a 1-point game. Senior race for 8.
22, serving 23.
And this is a quarterfinal match.
Yeah, this is unbelievable.
Some great players here. This is a quality that you don't get to see that often here at the Salt Lake Sports Club. Sports Mall.
Oh, and Chris got hit. If he did, it should be an avoidable, but he didn't. And Andy was upset that Chris crossed his path. Why did I say Chris crossed?
Chris is serving 23.
I think he did. That was my favorite band in the 90s.
A little rap band.
Not really.
Further close backwards. We're all together at 23 here, going to 25. And you guessed the 23-point game.
That was what we had odds on.
Oh, and Chris somehow does that.
Side out.
A little off balance. But certainly the right shot to take down that right line if he would have got his hand on it a little bit.
23, serving 23.
We're all together at 23 here. You have to win by 2. And he's going to go to the left here. Goes for the crack and gets it.
Wow.
Now serving at game and match point and a timeout from Chris Watkins.
Amazing. Actually, to give props.
It's your last time out. Score is 24-23.
We definitely had a couple guys call this score exactly if it ends up 25-23. George Blocker being one of them.
Well, I don't count, but I did say it was going overtime. And that
There's
would mean
Big
that
George on the left.
That would mean
in the blue.
I didn't have time to get mine because
one of our Glenwood Springs boys.
I was still upset about getting my ass kicked by a 53-year-old.
Every month, Dan Armijo's age ends up getting a little bit older.
Funny how that works.
He's only 50.
Month by month.
I'll see your ass in 2 weeks.
Matt McLaughlin letting us know what's going on.
He's going to be in Seattle, and he's letting everybody know that he's going to be back.
Let's go, Chris. 10 seconds.
John Bike's down low. Dan Armijo's up top, and they're both trash-talking the referee. That's what makes this interesting.
Which is a good call.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you have to do. That's what makes this interesting, having the seniors here. Crowd favorites. This is one hell of a match right here, too. Andy Schad serving at game and match point.
Just aced.
He's played in 4 or 5 WPH events and never won cash. And this guy's talented, as you can see, Kevin.
Absolutely.
He and you would be just in a tremendous battle just like this.
Short ball.
He was on the pro tour for about 11 years, 12 years.
Short ball. It was short. Second serve.
I saw it short as well. Nice shot, and Chris somehow gets that up to the front wall, and Andy Schad takes him down on that strange second serve, which is actually the better serve that he has. 55-minute long match. Chris,
just
Kevin.
under an hour, yep. An amazing match, and the score we predicted.
Andy Schad defeats Chris Watkins by the score of 25 to 23, I believe the score was there.
25-23.
And that is going to conclude our broadcast day.
It's been a pleasure to be with you, Mr. Vincent.
Well, it's always nice being with. Or being with. It's always nice being with. Thank you for stepping into the booth.
Hopefully
Andy
Dave
Schad.
Fink got a nice break, able to catch up. He looked awfully tired.
He was tired. Maybe something will happen here overnight. Andy Schad defeats Chris Watkins. That means that Shad's going to have to play Nadia Alvarado tomorrow in the semifinals early. It's going to be like 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, something like that. So it's going to be fairly early. In fact, I should probably, because that's my job, give you the exact time. 9 o'clock in the morning. That's Alvarado versus Schad, and then John Bike versus Danny Armijo at 10 o'clock. That's the semis of the seniors, and then 11 o'clock is going to be Charlie Shanks versus Sean Lenning, and then Luis Moreno versus Dave Fink at 12 o'clock. After that, it'll be a junior clinic, and we'll have so much more fun, including the finals, 5th place, 9th place, and the senior finals as well. You stick around. Tomorrow, be back for more action here for Kevin Price and those that helped out today, including Linda Manning and Justin Garat, Dave Fink, and the rest of the crew that made this possible. Thank you for tuning in here at racefreight.com.
It's Timothy Green's first day at school.
What's in there? He's about to fall over.
Anything he might need. There's a box of tissues on the bottom and some Band-Aids. There's a whole first aid kit, actually.
Mom, I can handle it from here.
You don't have to be perfect
Have a great day.
That's too much pressure.
Have the day you have.
to be a perfect parent.
There are 2 people in the world who want you more than anything. They'll make some mistakes, but they will love you more than you can ever imagine.
There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
My name is Bruce Fabrizio. In 1975, I invented Simple Green based on 3 principles. It had to be safer to use, it had to work, and it had to be completely made in America. From generation to generation, Simple Green has been cleaning everything from car engines and tools to kitchen counters and floors. No matter what you clean, indoors or outdoors, clean it with non-toxic, biodegradable Simple Green.
Rethink what you know about this Vegas icon. Elevate your expectations at the Stratosphere Hotel, Casino, and Tower. See what's new, up, down, and all around.
NFC, AFC, offensive linemen, defensive tackles, quarterbacks, and cornerbacks are all living united to ensure the academic success of millions of kids in our communities all the way to graduation day. But that won't happen without you. So take the pledge at unitedway.org. Make a difference in the life of a child. Suit up like your favorite NFL players and become a volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor with United Way.